And I have this problem with the perfectionism, and I'm aware of it, and I'm working to not be a perfectionist. I will say nothing. I will say nothing about this, okay? It's Saturday, that's all I'm gonna say. And also, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2025. At least the first video for 2025. Let's get into this. And I'm sorry, I'm a little bit sick. Long story short, I got sick from my grandma. Now I'm fine. She is better as well. So yeah, let's get into the video. I'm very excited. I'm so excited that I'm recording this for 105th time. So let's hope this one is the one. And this video will be about goals. I wanted to share one of my main goals for 2025 because I was looking forward to 2025 because I feel like I finally figured something out about myself, is that I have a lot of self-limiting beliefs. My main goal for 2025 will be to move away from the UK and to move to another European country, which is not Bulgaria, because I'm from Bulgaria. That will make sense, right? To move back home, but I don't want to because I don't feel like I don't feel like home here. I don't know if this makes sense. Nothing wrong with the country itself. Also, nothing wrong with the UK as well. It's just it's a me. I was living in the UK since 2018, and yes, I for quite a while, I don't know, it's just I wasn't happy. I didn't see the light in the tunnel, right? I didn't know what I was supposed to do, what type of action I was supposed to take. And in the past, I have tried, especially 2024, which for me, I'm just gonna say this, it was definitely a mixed bag of everything. And I don't know how was it for you guys, but every time I was trying to do something, it just didn't go through. Every time I was like, okay, let's do this or let's do that, it didn't go well. There was a lot of setbacks here and there. And just the way it was, right? But now I feel like it's time after I look at my self-limiting beliefs, why I couldn't move there as well. Everything like kind of points out to a lot of fear, and finally making the decision to overcome that, to fight with that fear. So I decided to move to another European country, which, as I said, is not going to be Bulgaria, but it will be a country in Europe with a better climate. Okay, the weather there hopefully will be better than the one I have to deal and it will be less depressing. Also, that country, as people call it, they live in pain, and there's a nest there. So I'm moving. I made my decision to move to Spain, or some other people call it Spain. That's the joke that they use. Yes, I don't know if that's funny, but I thought it. Anyway, moving on. The two main reasons, as I said, to move there, to finally pick this destination, is one of them is the weather. Way much better than the UK. And now it's winter here, but it's fine. But yes, the weather is number one reason. And the second reason, for me personally, is I wanted to learn Spanish. But the best way to learn any language, not just Spanish, right, is to put yourself in the environment where that set language is spoken, right? So for a while last year, in particular, I was like listening passively to podcasts. I even got a book to read, which is this one. I don't know, it's not good. It's not, I suck at it, okay? It says it's A2 level B1. I am not there yet, I'm sorry. And and I was also getting into abs? No, I was not getting into abs. I have one big one, right? Anyway, moving on. I was trying to immerse myself, and I was trying to force myself to speak it, but we're gonna get into the language itself. So, yeah, two good reasons, I think, to move to Spain, right? Here's the problem. Here's like the main goal. When I look at it, I try to make this main goal into smaller goals, a bit more digestible to get to those goals. And obviously in my head, right, for a while, I was thinking the best way to move to a country, any country for that matter, is to get a job there, right? So I have been freelancing for quite a while, and looking at my job, at my work, it's I don't think it's very good. I don't think I have a quality piece of work where I can showcase. Now, this brings me to my next mini goal, is that if I want to get a job there, I need to apply to get a job there. The way in most creative fields to get a job is to basically present a body of work, a portfolio. Now, looking at my portfolio, I don't think it's that good. So, in order for me to get a better portfolio, I need to make one. And I decided to switch from frame-by-frame animation, which I have been doing quite a while. It's very exhausting, and because I usually work in a very tight schedules, the quality of work when I finish it is not that good. And therefore, usually my work projects are not high-end quality, and I think I don't want to do frame-by-frame animation until I die. This is not where I see myself in the next 5 years, 100 years or so. Not because I'm dying in the next 5 years. Anyway, I'm bad with this. I'm sorry. I want to record this. Okay, I will try to do motion graphics, which is, it's not easier, but it requires wider skills. So I will be doing this, and I will be focusing on making a portfolio, applying to companies in Spain, and hopefully at some point I will probably get a job there, which doesn't make stuff easy. I was looking at the documents, obviously, and then the accommodation, the living space, and all of that. So this is my plan of action, moving to Spain. But before I move to Spain, I obviously have to figure out the occupation, right? I need to get an occupation there and make the transition. And I believe this will happen slowly in this year. I wish I can say, oh my god, I'm moving tomorrow, but I'm not. I'm nowhere near that. But I'm very excited, I'm very excited. I think this is a change for me to finally get out of my cocoon. Obviously, there's the world around us is kind of on fire as always, but I feel like I need to remind myself and everyone else is to have compassion towards other people. Most times they will not have compassion for you, but when we remove compassion from the table, and when we cannot meet the other somewhere in the middle, then you see what happens, and it kind of history kind of repeats itself. And but I'm trying to stay open and hopeful and not be rigid in my decision making, because I feel like in the past I have been guilty of that, based on different factors, of course. Yes. So big plans, big goals. Moving to Spain. Now the other thing I need to consider is not just the job, and that's the language. Now I don't know Spanish, okay? I'm trying to learn, as I said. And last year I spent most of the year listening to there's this wonderful podcast, and there's this other video, and there's this like the other channel. Very, very excited, and obviously trying to read this from time to time. Yes, I'm getting there, okay? I'm getting there. I feel still comfortable speaking it, obviously, so I'm like trying to stay in my safe zone, right? So I'm just going to listen to this and that. But at the end of the day, learning, like speaking a language, requires you to speak it. So I end up getting an app where I can practice with someone, and I was too shy to do that. But in that app, something really kind of redirected my attention. I had to fill out I had to fill out a personality type, right? I didn't know what was my personality type, and I also am trying to not put labels on myself and be in the box, to put myself in the box, right? I figure I need to take the personality type test thing, and surprise, I got this twice, because I don't remember the last time I took it. So I took it again, and I got this twice, and oh boy. So yeah, I don't think that this defines you as a person, because we're way more complicated than just one personality type, right? But I was thinking about fears, so we'll go back to the type in a second. I was thinking about fears and how none of us is born with the fear, or many fears. None of us is born bad, evil, or good. We kind of acquire those qualities, or those understandings of the world throughout the first people we meet, which is our family, which is our parents and such. And based on their own limiting beliefs and based on how they see the world, we kind of copy paste that. And one beautiful day when you go out in the big wide world and you see that the world is not flat, it's not the way your mom or your dad presented it to you, you go and question yourself quite a lot. And then you question, why do I have the fear of this or that? Why I'm like this, And I'm saying this not because to, shift blame on the upbringing that we all have, because it's not gonna be perfect. It's never going to be perfect for that matter, right? I mean, I don't know what type of parent I'm gonna be in the future. Oh boy, good luck, future kids. But the idea when I was looking at this, and I'm still looking at it, right, is to see where I shortcut myself in this, because we do that quite a lot. We make our decisions based on our self-limiting beliefs. And for example, I will give an example with myself. For a while, what half of my life, for example, keep saying example one more time, is that I was raised to believe that I wasn't able to speak correctly from multiple people in my family. And it's a very weird environment to grow up in, where people is kind of encouraging you to outgrow yourself and outgrow them. Because ironically, and I recently kind of found this to be true actually, that applies not just to family, but that also applies to friends. Because I also recently, while I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do I want to go back home? I did not like this idea, but yet I was like reaching out to friends from time to time, and I was talking to them, and it is true though. I know that maybe a lot of people do not like this, and it's very subjective as well, but it's true to a degree. I do also believe that not everyone around us truly really wants us to be happy or to be better than them. And I have this weird strive to always improve myself. It's not like a selfish thing, because I do have this weird understanding, because I want to help people, I don't want to talk about the future, how to improve people's lives, for example, and that's where this weird personality thing comes in, and I can relate to that. But at the same time, most often those same people who are supposed to give you the best advice, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they give you the worst advice, which is in their advantage, not yours. So that's why I thought I wasn't listening to advices, but now looking back, I can see how much I was influenced by the people around me and the situations, and how much I have shortcut myself in my decision making. And it's a big deal. It's a big deal to get to the point where I don't know, I don't want to take it personally, but it's true. Not everyone wants you to succeed. Not everyone will encourage you to, move to Australia, like follow your dream, follow that person, or whatever. Most of the times, people will encourage us to stay in our little cave, and, this is how we do life. And for a while I was growing up, I do truly believe that life was a very linear thing. Like, first you do this, then you do this. It doesn't work always like that. And I have to remind myself to be open to what's coming behind the next corner. Hopefully it's good. And if it's bad, it's bad. And, it's important to be adaptive to right? And to take whatever we can from that. But yeah, that was like a mind-blowing for me. Even now, people will approach me, friends especially, and family of course, will approach me with a question of, when are you coming home? Like, that's your life, you are in the place in your life where you're at. Apparently, I'm not in that place, and I don't want to rush with things, because yes, everyone around me is like settling down, and of course I also want to do that, not in the expense of my own happiness or someone else's happiness. I'm trying to stay open-minded and just see how that unfolds, right? Editing me here, I'm not gonna re-record everything. Oh my god! But I do realize I did get carried away. way with the stuff I was saying in this video, because there's like a mixture of excitement and also fear as well. Give me some slack here. It's a big deal to move by myself somewhere else. It's a big step for me. Now, obviously, I did pick this country because I will try first there and see how it goes, and then eventually, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I want to, wrap this video because I did get carried away. I might get a little bit personal by the end of this. And for me, 2024 in a nutshell was not good. Especially by the end of 2024, the last 3 months or so. And it has been a torture in one particular area in my personal life. And I don't know what else I'm supposed to do, really. Despite how much time passes, nothing, like my feelings, they're pretty much the same. They don't go away. But for 2025, I did wish myself one thing, and not just to move to another country, but mainly something more personal, of course, and something more meaningful. That is, I wish for love. I wish that we don't fail something before that something even starts. And despite how much time passes, as I said, it just doesn't go away. At least for me. At the end of the day, it's a new year and there's more stuff to come. Look to the future, they say. It's only just begun. Okay, this will do. This will do. I will see you. I hope I can see you in the next one. No, actually, what this video will be probably not helpful. But let me know what your hopes and dreams and fears are in the comments down below. Probably nobody will do that. But yeah, what do you guys think about my amazing plan? Is it going to work? I don't know. We have to see. Goodbye for now. And yes, goodbye.